Thank you all for having us this evening. You know, I sit on the education committee. You know, we got the proposed budgets from 3 different organizations, groups within the state government. There was quite a variation. You know, the governor's budget suggested a $30 million cut to administrative costs in the education area. When that budget came out of there, we didn't do a lot of cuts to education, and you have to take a good hard look at that. We were faced with an $88 million hole that was left because last year that hole was plugged by stimulus dollars, borrowed money, money that does have to get paid back over the long term. And if I have a bad month in my business and I borrow to buy groceries, that puts me that much further behind. I've still got to pay interest and all this other extra fees on things that if I had planned better or done a better job in my business, I wouldn't have that situation. In our business, we've had to morph into, I sell real estate for a living, so obviously that's a bad industry right now. You take things and you change. You know, we're doing property management now, we're doing other things to make that income come in. And that's what should be asked of government. You know, we have this legislative restructuring task force that met all summer long, came to the table with a lot of restructuring bills to merge different departments, and you wouldn't believe the pushback we get from some of those departments, you know. And it's amazing that no one comes to the table with the willingness to say we can absorb this cut or we can merge into this other department. What we need to ask is the question is, can we make changes to make government work better? You want to talk about Walmart? I live in Valencia County. We have 2 Walmart stores and a Walmart distribution center. That's 1,100 jobs. And yes, they got a tax break to put that Walmart distribution center. That's 600 jobs for Valencia County residents. Those jobs would be somewhere else if Los Unas didn't come to the table and say, look, we'll help you out with a tax break in some regard to get you to come here. You can ask the folks from the southern part of the county that used to work at the Solo Cup factory in Belen, 220 some odd people that are, I'm sure some are finding work now, but a lot of unemployed folks. Could we have gone to the table and said, Solo, you know, they closed 5 plants around the country and in the areas, could they have closed somewhere else and not affected Belen? You know, with a tax cut to be able to help that. You know, I'm not here to argue that we need to chop education in half. I'm here to argue that we don't need to make those cuts to education. We need to come to the table and see how we can make government work better. How can we trim it, administrative costs? How do we not affect the classroom and the teacher? How do we use our dollars more wisely? That's common sense. That's how America was built. You know, and with the idea of coming into a government situation where you're looking at restructuring task force and you have this idea of paring down things, that's the type of ideas that are coming to the table. And the reluctance to make those cuts is amazing. And we sit back and say, well, let's just increase taxes. And those taxes are going to affect the small guy, the working person. And trying to glean more money off the wealthiest citizens, those are the people that have been successful in business. And those are the people we need to encourage to keep starting businesses and investing in New Mexico and keeping our products here and our people here. And I thank you.
Team 1.